Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with Jake Tsotadze. He is a freshman at Sacred Heart Prep. He is our Boys Athlete of the Week after helping Sacred Heart Prep to win the WCAL tournament title. And they're going on to the CCS. Will be in the Open Division. They're two-time defending champions. They had to share last year's title, which was too bad, but health reasons. And so I guess just talk about being in a league like the WCAL, which is probably the best league in the CCS, and what it means to prepare you for the postseason.
Yeah, so I think that now with Menlo in our league, it's kind of changed because we have that big competitor who's obviously our rival school. So it's obviously great playing them not only like in our CCS championship, but in like our league games. So that's also given us another team to compete with, not only with like St. Francis or other teams in our league like Bellarmine. So it's nice having like another team to compete with.
Right, another pretty good team, obviously, and they're the number 2 seed since you only beat them by 1 goal in the championship game, which is good for them. And then, of course, when you play Bellarmine, you play St. Francis, those are kind of rivalries too, because you've developed that over the first year for Menlo being in the league. But so talking about you beat St. Francis and then Menlo. So kind of just talk about those 2 games and how you guys did and how you felt and how your teammates did.
Yeah, so this year we've had a really young team, kind of focusing on like what each of us can give to our team, not only like, just kind of overall focusing on like what we can give. So definitely in implementing that into our games and working as one team and not just working for ourselves. That's definitely like helped us have success, not only like in our league but in this WCL championship. So definitely working as a team has helped us win that championship.
Right, there's no seniors on the team this year, which is crazy. You never think about that. And I remember when Griff was hurt earlier in the season, your coach always said, geez, I wish I had him back because he's one of the more experienced guys and he's only a sophomore. So, maybe you're kind of learning on the job, I guess, in a sense. And how does that reflect? I mean, because everybody really has to contribute, and you guys have more than one great player on your team. So, sharing the load like that, how does that kind of affect things?
Well, I mean, I think we have a lot of people who can step up and finish and play the leader almost of the team. We have a lot of players who can do it on both ends, play offense and defense, and I think that that's really helped contribute to us like winning most of our games in the Northern California area. So I think that kind of just everyone understanding their roles on not only offense and defense has really helped us have success in our games.
Great. Now your older brother Alex is at Harvard, had a pretty good game the other day, and I know I saw it on Twitter, so it had to be fun. And you had a pretty good weekend too. So did you guys talk to each other a lot?
Yeah, I mean, every time we have games, we always talk after, just kind of saying like, oh, like I saw those couple goals you had, like great job. But definitely keeping in contact with him after each of our games is great because he's so far away on the East Coast. It's great to keep in contact with him. Right.
Did you know some of the other guys that are at Harvard too? I mean, they were around. I'm sure they all have brothers too on the team.
Yeah, so there's actually a couple of Sacred Heart alumni on that Harvard team, which is kind of cool, as they came here to Sacred Heart to practice while they were down here a couple weeks ago. So it was really nice to see all those guys. And then as my brother has grown up, it's like I'm kind of like becoming the little brother of the team. So it's definitely nice to have that like older kind of like brothers that I've developed.
Right, maybe the coach over there is getting a little recruiting done. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, so I won't comment. Obviously, it's rules that I don't want to mention. So, but having them around and having, as far as playing on the Stanford Water Polo Club team, for example, these guys have went through the system. Your brother won the national title one year. And I would imagine you were playing for Stanford. Where were you when he won the 16-year-olds?
So I think I was in 12 and unders, but definitely I've looked up to that team as like kind of like a role model team because they all were so closely knit because they played all the way up from 14s all the way up to 18s. So definitely trying to implement that style of like teamwork into our team is definitely something that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's great. And so did you actually play for Clark? Jamie? No, it's not Jamie, is it? Olson.
Oh, Peter
Olson. So you played for him in 12 and unders.
Yeah.
Clark, I don't know where the heck that came from. So what was he like? You know, and I mean, to me, he's one of those guys that I don't know how he can deal with 12-year-olds, but he does so well. I mean, how do you remember that team and him playing now that he's an assistant coach here?
Yeah, I mean, I think he really pushed me to become the player who I am today. I mean, he really helped me develop like the small skills that you don't really focus on. So that definitely helped improve me as a player. So definitely without that, I don't know where I would be today.
Great. So we've been talking to Jake Tsotadze. I think I messed that up a little bit. Anyway, he was our Athlete of the Week, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, just hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.